Well, here we are out the back of Ultimate 4-wheel drive again, and the excitement just keeps rolling on because there's such an awesome amount of high quality gear getting fitted to these vehicles, and it's really never a dull moment. And you can see here we've got this Ford Ranger we're doing a nice spotlight and bull bar combination on. And here's some of the vehicles that we're working on. And we're doing this FJ Cruiser. Now we get a lot of these FJ Cruisers through the shop, very capable car. And you can see up into the suspension or the wheel well here, where we've replaced the top arms and we've got the coil-over strut arrangement. That's a fully adjustable coil-over. And Steve's actually fitting a diff drop kit. Now you've seen me talk about the diff drop kits before. What that does is allows the diff to drop down and all importantly have the right angles on the CV. Now when they're on full droop and if the diff drop isn't in place, you can put a lot of strain on the CV joint and actually blow it up. And what that means is you're going to be stuck out in the middle of nowhere and going absolutely nowhere. So this FJ is going to get an awesome overhaul and ride really, really well. Some of the other things that we're working on, we've got this little Hilux here, we're fitting a rear step bumper. And we've got this 200 series Land Cruiser that we're part way through fitting suspension system, dual batteries and a lot of work. So we'll show you this when it comes to fruition because it's going to be an absolutely awesome job. Now, there's no shortage of new cars here at Ultimate 4-wheel drive. You might notice that we get the latest and greatest models in, and this Toyota Hilux is no exception. People entrust us here with their pride and joy. These are expensive cars. They're late model vehicles and there's a lot of technical aspects to it. And you can see here with Steve, you know, there's a lot of work going in behind the scenes with what we're doing here to ensure that everything's spot on. You really need to know what you're doing when you're pulling these cars apart. And I'll tell you what, when this thing comes back together, it's going to be spot on. And just have a look at the style of this new Hilux. We've just fitted the ARB Summit bar and you can see that looks unreal. You know, a lot of styling and a lot of finish and really does look the part with the fog lights, set of spotlights on board. It's got winch capacity, so they're an unreal looking bar. We've got a AMROC here and Brendan's fitting a what we call our Evolution bar, and you'll see the Evolution bar come together a little bit later on, but that's going to be pieced together. So again, when you're pulling these cars apart, you really need to know what you're doing. Everything's got to be bolted on properly. Being airbag approved, you have to have everything tensioned and done right. It's not a case of just ripping it off and throwing something on. Quite often you need to cut the bumper as well, so you need to have the expertise and really know what you're doing. So that's one of the specialities here at Ultimate 4-wheel drive, and that's why you see us working on these type of cars. Here's another new Hilux that we've been working on. And I tell you what, they really do look trick. They really do come up well. We fitted the snorkel, and I know we've spoken about snorkels before with the extreme benefits of making sure we're getting cool, clean air in and protecting the engine against any water that may go in. Nice set of spotlights and a nice bull bar. So once again, behind the scenes at Ultimate 4-wheel drive, and again, you might be able to see out there in the car park there is just off into the distance. You know, there's a large range of cars ready to come in and be worked on here at Ultimate 4-wheel drive. So it's kind of never-ending amount of high-quality work coming into the workshop. And look, we're really proud to be working on these vehicles, bearing in mind we're all about you, the client, and making sure that we deliver the absolute best and giving you the peace of mind so that if there is a problem, we're here to back you up 100% guaranteed. So really exciting stuff. I've got an absolute passion for this, as you can tell, and you've just been behind the scenes at Ultimate 4-wheel drive. Stay tuned as we show you all the next work that we're going to be doing out here at Ultimate.